Oh, snap. What's good, YouTube? Y'all caught me waking up. Figured I'd make a video. Some uncut footage here. It's gonna be one time and one time only, because you only need to make a video like this one time. It's gonna basically be my routine. It's a new developed routine, and this routine is developed on basically some research that I've done on like what successful people do. I'm gonna try to put the link to that video down here, because that video had a lot of great tips on some of the things that people do when they are successful, and how they became successful, and why these things are like good to incorporate in your daily routine to become successful. Now, this video was produced by a researcher or like a journalist or whatever, so he has like good background of receiving information basically. And I say this because it's pretty good information, and I'm gonna take some of the ideas that I learned, like the top ones that I use now and incorporate, and explain some of them to you, show you guys some of that. So let's get into, I don't know how to, I just did something, my daily routine. And the first thing I do when I wake up is brush my teeth. So here I am, approaching where the magic happens, you feel me? And as I start my morning routine, I'll bless you with one tip. And this one is important, in my opinion, because from what I learned from the video, is that you basically get more time in your day. And the first tip is waking up early. You wake up early and your body's a lot more productive in the morning. Apparently, it's due to research. And you use that heightened wanting to do better to do more things in the morning than when you would procrastinate whatever you have to do at night. So the best way to a good day is early day. After I brush my teeth and wash my face, I gotta brush my hair. But I decided I was gonna give 2 more tips that successful people do that I started to use and incorporate into my life, and I feel a little better about it. And the first thing is keeping a journal and a calendar. Now, they don't keep a to-do list, and this was something that I would do, and you would make this to-do list and you would never get through the to-do list because you just never did what you're supposed to do. Which leads me to the next tip, is knock out your small task first. You have your most important task, which is your MITs, and then you have a bunch of little small tasks. Now, you want to knock out your most important task early and your small task early. So you take basically and prioritize your smallest task, and then you work your way up to like your important task, and then you do whatever else you got to do throughout the day. And the calendar part is important because as you mark these tasks down, the ones that you need to complete, the small ones, the ones that you can complete in like 5 minutes, you go ahead and knock those out. And the ones that are a little bit more important, take a little bit more time, you fill them in on your calendar, and you give yourself a time, a deadline, so you can make sure that you get it done within that deadline and not to procrastinate. Give yourself a reasonable amount of time. You don't give yourself too much time, because then you will procrastinate, and then don't give yourself too little time, because then you'll stress yourself out. So it's all about like pretty much gauging that time and making sure that you get the right time, you know? So, I mean, I guess since I'm just gonna be brushing my hair, I do some more little tips because, excuse me, I'm not even gonna tell y'all no more tips. I'm going to brush my hair, I'm gonna speed this part up, and I'll holler at y'all with the rest of the tips in just a second. I don't know why I act like I had this long routine or anything. I just kind of just brush my hair and stuff. But I mean, the important part about my routine is getting up and getting everything done and out the way. Make sure you have a good day. Okay, so the next successful tip that I want to give you guys that I incorporate daily now to help become more successful to myself is being healthy. And a part of being healthy is eating healthy and exercise. You eat healthy and you exercise, your body will feel so much better. You'll get so much better sleep. You'll be able to think better and you'll feel better. All right? So exercise is important. The video goes further in detail, and if you do more research, it goes further in detail about how when you exercise, you release certain chemicals that basically your body produces that lead to like more positivity. Basically, you're exerting these chemicals, and you know your body has to do that, and that's when you know you get these positive results. Now, the next thing that I do a lot more now is meditate. Personally, I like to meditate while I pray. So I'll pray, and then after I pray, I'll just sit there and let it resonate. You know, you gotta be in a dark room, quiet. Sometimes there can be like a small ambiance type of sound, but to like really properly meditate, you have to close yourself off and isolate yourself from the distractions of the world. So I say
this now because I brought you into my kitchen so that I can, get me something to eat. And I think I'm gonna just make me some of these here, like chicken sausage. You feel me? I don't eat pork. I used to not eat beef, but beef has like so many good fats in it that I just can't do away with beef. Like especially on my growth journey or whatever. And probably just some potato fries. So yeah, I'll let y'all in a sec.
Oh, a little bonus. See, I'm knocking everything out now because I just woke up. This is when I have like the most energy. My brain can think the best. So one of the things I wanted to do was just my laundry. You feel me? That's one of my tasks that I need to do. And a little bonus tip that I learned from watching the video. Speaking of, I couldn't find the original video, so I'm gonna have to just put in the description like a different video, but it has a lot of some of the same tips. The other video had way more though. I had 20. This one only has like 12. But what I was gonna say is that if you try to keep a clean area, and if you don't know where to start in this successful, like this growth journey, then cleaning your physical environment and cleaning your environment of toxicity is an important part and a good place to start to, growing and becoming successful. Which also leads me to my next successful tip, and that is never stop growing. Successful people grow all the time, and especially if you believe in the Bible. Speaking of Paul, he realized that you will never be perfect. You will never reach a level to where God is. Therefore, there's always room to grow. Even when you think you've made it to that point, don't become complacent and don't stop growing. And the next thing is also a successful tip is don't be afraid of failure because everyone's not perfect. You have to fail to grow. And a lot of these successful tips kind of go hand in hand, and that's why they make sense to me, and I use them every day. And when I use them, it just helps me, one, become a little bit more productive because I don't procrastinate on the things that I normally would procrastinate on, which leaves me time to procrastinate on other things. And it also just allows me to like feel better and allows me to learn a lot more and be open to different things because I'm taking the time at the end of my day to reflect on what I did that day. I have my notes and I know where I need to go. And by doing all of these different tips and different things, you will surely be able to isolate your goals, meaning you'll be able to figure out which goals that you want to complete, and you'll also be able to figure out how you're going to complete those goals, keeping the right people around you that are going to support you in reaching those goals rather than people that are going to hinder you in reaching those goals. And that's these are some of the ways that successful people have gotten to where they are in their success. And successful people, it doesn't just always just happen. Like, you got to have that grind. And these tips are some of the things that they did that were on when they were on their grind that provided the best results, or provided results, period. Waking up early, eating right, exercising, making your calendar so that you have everything, that you get everything done that you need to get done. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my notes. I think I left them in here. All right, guys, so now that I finished eating and changed my shirt, washed up a little bit and everything, it's time to get to the rest of my task. And my important task today that I set out is going to be to edit my video. So from here, I just want to thank everyone for watching this video. I'm going to be incorporating like a little bit more pieces to my routine, I guess. But this is like the most important things that I do, and this is basically how I get my day started, and I just go from there, completing tasks and relaxing. Always make sure you relax and get yourself some alone time, because if not, you'll stress yourself totally out. And I've done that before, and it also doesn't allow you time to think and process things. And one thing that happened to me was I felt like I wasn't going anywhere, and that's because I was trying to do too much at too many times, when I should just kind of let things start going with the flow and doing what makes me happy and putting towards the goals that I want to complete. So I know I stuttered a lot and everything in this video, but hey, this is One Take Blake. I don't go back. You guys get the real uncut me. But from here, I'm just hoping for more growth, and I really wanted to get this video out too. The most important part to me was just talking about the things that successful people did, and I just did a bunch of little stupid stuff in between and do things and show you guys some of the ways I incorporate these strategies in my mindset on these ideas. I recommend and advise you to start using these strategies and tips, even if it's just having a more positive outlook on life and not downing yourself on your failures. That's one thing that I had to change that really helped me out, because you have to fail in order to succeed, and that's what all successful people understand. So y'all have a blessed day. Keep it easy, keep everything tight, and keep that thing on you at all times, because you'll never know when you need to use it. I love y'all.